Good morning. My name is Erin Mayer, and I am your child's science teacher at Casey Middle School for the 2019-2020 academic year. The purpose of this video is to really welcome you to the year and then give you a really quick rundown on some of the procedures and policies and resources that are available to you as a parent this year. So we're going to start by walking through our class website, and then I want to finish by briefly discussing the format of our class because it does look a little bit different than a traditional content academic class. So our website is Mayer Science Learning Lab. So if you just type in Mayer Science Learning Lab, then it should just pop up. I'm going to type that in. Should be the first thing that pops up here. So the Mayer Science Learning Lab. So when I go into it, the landing page looks like this. The main thing you'll see on the landing page is just our social media feed for our classroom itself. I do take a lot of pictures and videos as we go through the day, and I do tend to post those every evening. So feel free to follow our class social media accounts to kind of get a glimpse into the classroom and see what we're doing on any given day. Certainly, if you prefer your child not to be in any of those pictures or videos, just let me know and I will make sure that I do not include them in any of those posts. So we're going to start off by looking up top here. So what you'll see is we have a 6th grade lab space and a 7th grade lab space. So I teach 4 classes of 6th grade and 2 classes of 7th grade. We have some brain breaks ideas. We'll be getting into those more with the kids in the next couple weeks. Some information for parents on Schoology, which is a tool that we use pretty heavily in this class, as well as a tool called Seesaw that we also use heavily in the class, followed by my contact information. Please feel free at any point in time to reach out to me if you have any questions. You can email me, you can give me a call or a text at 303-642-1877, or you can fill out this form right here and I will get back with you within usually the day. So let's go ahead and start off with our lab space. So I'm going to go ahead and click into the 6th grade lab space. The 7th grade lab space is set up very, very similarly. So the first thing I would like to point out are the 2 tabs right at the top. So we have the Next Generation Science Standards and the Learning Feedback and Proficiency-Based Grading tabs. Both of these tabs are going to lead to videos that give you some more detailed information about the focus of the tab. So very, very quickly, the Next Generation Science Standards are standards that were adapted nationally and released in 2013. The state of Colorado adopted these science standards for K through 12 science teachers about a year ago now. They will actually be implemented across the state no later than the academic year of 2021-2022. However, we will be using these next generation science standards to guide our learning this entire year in both the 6th grade and the 7th grade science classrooms. So if you'd like a little bit more information about what kind of these science standards look like and their focus, go ahead and check out the video that I made. Learning feedback and proficiency-based grading is actually where I want to spend a little bit of time right now. Again, more details are on a video that is linked here. But in general, I set up our class so that it is self-paced. And the reason I do that is because I believe that every single student that walks into our classroom is coming in with different sets of backgrounds and different sets of experiences. And the self-paced classroom, I believe, kind of reflects the different things that they have to add to our conversation and sort of their learning journey. We are a proficiency-based classroom, which means that once students show that they understand the content and the learning activities that we're working on, then they're going to move forward. So this combination of self-paced and proficiency-based kind of allows them to move at their own pace. And for me to provide any structures or supports that a child needs based on their previous experiences and their backgrounds. Sometimes I believe that when people hear the word self-paced, they misinterpret that to mean that learning is happening individually. That is absolutely not the case in our classroom. We are an incredibly collaborative classroom. Most of the time, students are working in partners or small groups. They always have choice, though, and so they can choose to work by themselves in many of our learning activities if they would like to do that. This has been a self-paced classroom for multiple years, and I truly believe that it helps all learners reach the goals that I have and the expectations that I have for them. Um, the I the structures that are involved in the self-paced classroom really allow me to be constantly circulating and meeting with kids as our class is meeting together. I, on average, can meet with a kid for every kid for a couple minutes at minimum every single class period, one-on-one. If I have students that need some more support from me or are struggling a little bit, or I have small groups of kids that need more support, the self-paced nature of the class really lets me pull those kids aside or pull those small groups aside and really give short, focused, targeted kind of mini lessons to help them kind of wrestle with whatever they are working on. Again, if you have any questions about the self-paced or proficiency-paced, please feel free to reach out. I would be happy to discuss it more with you. I also would invite you to come into our classroom at any point in time and check out what it looks like on a daily basis. So the next thing I want to point out on the lab space, and again, 7th grade lab space is going to have something very similar. Our learning expedition. So right now in 6th grade, we are in the middle of our Shake Flashlight learning expedition. Here you have a couple resources. We use something called a grid. This is a live link to help us stay organized and help kids know what they need to do and what's coming next. I have a suggested pacing calendar, again, another tool to help kids understand where they should be and at any given point in time, and just another tool that they will have access to help them decide, hey, do I need to get a little extra help maybe outside of class time if I'm not kind of keeping up with the pacing calendar. Looking below, this is our daily agenda slide deck. Again, you are able to access this on the website. You can scroll through and see what we're doing. So today is actually Wednesday, the 21st of August. You can see that we are working on a phenomena, which is a shake flashlight, and we're trying to figure out, why does shaking this flashlight cause it to light up? Specifically, the kids know every single day what portion of the phenomena they're actually working towards figuring out. And finally, this is actually a piece of the grid, which again is linked up top here. And these are the activities based on the pacing calendar that we should be working on in class today, so the kids will know exactly what is going on. Every day when your children walk into class, we start the class together. We actually do about 30 seconds of some really just basic kind of breathing exercises to sort of ground us and get us ready for our class period of learning. This is followed by a very short community activity that we do called Smiles and Frowns, which takes just 2 or 3 minutes. And after we do those 2 beginning of class routines, then the kids will be looking in their planner and looking on their grid to determine what they need to work on that day, and then they go for it, starting off wherever they left off the day prior. At the very end of class, they will be doing reflections using a tool called Seesaw. The great thing about Seesaw is that parents can connect with that, so you'll have a little window into what your child is doing every day at class. Look for an email from me in the next few weeks about Seesaw, giving you some information. Hopefully this gave you some ideas about how our class is set up. Again, please reach out to me at any point if you have any questions. I would love to chat with you. Thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to a great year.